Hi. Yeah, it's been a long time. I just thought, you know what, I'm going to make a video because I had a comment in one of my videos just then about how to find an ESL job, and I thought, well, you know what, there's one guy out there in cyberspace who's asked that question. Now, this shirt, it's got a couple of stains around. It's just tea, I'm just hanging about in my home, playing with rope and stuff, and like this is the real me, So I'm just uh, making a video. I haven't dressed up, haven't put on makeup or anything, anything like that. But look, I'm just going to make this video about where to apply. So I would suggest you go to Dave's ESL website, and apply on there. My advice to you is, if you're applying for an ESL job, don't just think about China. Like, if you want to work, just apply to like everywhere you can, like don't only think about China. If your heart is really set on going to China, I didn't care. I didn't care where I went. Back in 2011, when I was applying for jobs, I just didn't care where I went. I just wanted to get out of the country. I wanted to be independent. I wanted to stop living in a hammock or living on a boat, squatting. And I wanted to have my own life. I wanted to get income. I wanted to not just, be on Centrelink or be on payments or whatever it is. So, like that was my motivation. So my advice to you is, what do you need? So let's just go through it. So a copy of your TEFL or your CELTA certificate, you need a really good copy of that. So ideally you just have a PDF. And when you apply for these jobs, send your PDF, send your photo. Now, not to say that I'm an oil painting or whatever, but if you do think your appearance is like gonna maybe make someone think twice about hiring you, whether that's because you're covered in tattoos or you got piercings or whatever it is, or you don't have a lot of confidence or whatever, you don't have to include that. But if you're just a normal, regular looking person who just has a normal face without piercings and tattoos and stuff, just get a nice photo made. I got one made in a tie, so I sort of looked a bit more professional or whatever. You could do that. That would be a good idea. Or if you're a girl, I think there is one girl that watches my videos. But if you're a girl, just nice, neat, sort of, semi-formal appearance, and just send that off as a packet and personalize the emails themselves. So if it's a job in Kurdistan or whatever, you can say, to whom it may concern, I'm applying for this job in Kurdistan. I'm really interested in the region. Try to sell yourself a little bit and give them some confidence and show them some respect. Like if you just send off like all these applications thoughtlessly, it's easy for them not to be noticed. Now, what you're trying to do is actually find an agent that believes in you. And there was an agency that I used to have a pretty good relationship with called Red Chair Recruitment. Now, this guy never gave me any work, because he was focused on the Middle East, and he was actually focused on oil executives. But I sent him so many applications and so many emails that he began to actually give me advice, and he sort of said, "Oh, have you thought about applying for that job? And if you thought about applying for that job?" So, that was pretty cool. So, these things do happen. An agency I can recommend is Goldstar, which is based out of Taiwan. So that's the agency or the company that first got me hired into Tianjin when I was first working for a university here for an agency, but I was working at this university. So they've been really good to me, and I've still got their contact details. And there's a guy called Jim Althan, and But once you get on the ground, as long as you don't run about offending people, it gets easier and easier to find jobs. But that commenter who left that comment on my channel, I just wanted to like put it forward and apply for job after job after job after job. Like, make sure that you're applying. It's just like look, I talked about being on payments before. I've always more or less either been working or looking for work, so that's just how I am. But the best thing to do is make sure that you're applying for 5, 10 jobs a day, and just getting them done. And before you know it, like, somebody will bite, somebody will reply to you. But like I said, I mean, unless you're obsessed with China, I would be inclined to be sort of like China agnostic, neither believing nor disbelieving. And like, that's my advice, because it's a big world, and you don't have to live in China to be happy. Like, there's a big world, but if you really just want to get started, just go anywhere you can. So that would be my advice. And maybe I can kind of reference the guy comments. I've already responded to. I have responded. Who's this guy? Brian Ajax Wintour. Yeah. So thank you very much for your comment, Brian. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I hope this video has been useful.